Hey, good morning everybody. It's Rick with the Bin Hunters back with you. It's Sunday morning, October 18th. Thought I'd shoot a quick video. It's been a while, so thought you guys maybe would want to see what we've been doing lately and give you a couple of updates on the reselling adventure that we have taken on. So, look, guys, this thing has blown up for real. Never expected for it to be going the way it's going. We are literally selling things every day. We are taking packages to the post office every single day. I'm listing things, I'm packaging things, I'm working on our profit and loss statements every single day. It is just amazing. Maintaining the store, trying to keep everything on eBay neat and organized, and we've bought some storage stuff. We've done all kinds of stuff to try and make this easier for ourselves. So today I thought we'd talk about yesterday's haul, which was huge, a couple of big sales that I want to highlight, and then lastly I thought we'd talk about some of the things we've learned in the last 4 weeks. So hang tight, watch the video, let's go binning. Alright, so what do you say we talk a little bit about yesterday? We'll start there. Yesterday we woke up about 7 o'clock in the morning. We drove about 45 minutes, maybe a little bit longer, to a bin store in Shelby, North Carolina. About 45 minutes, maybe an hour away from the house. And we hit a store there right at open. Huge haul, got a bunch of great things. Really enjoyed that store. We left that store, we cruised down the road to a small town called Cherryville. It is spelled, and it looks like it's pronounced Cherryville, but any of you North Carolinians will correct me instantly if I don't say it properly, so we'll say it Cherryville. We hit a store there called Bin 5. Fairly new store, super clean store, nothing, no digging, man. The bins were super clean, no garbage down at the bottom of the bins. They were restocking as we were there, so we did find a couple of good things there. Left there and headed to Lincolnton. This is a store we have gone to before. Not the world's greatest store. They seem to sift through their stuff and take out the good stuff and sell it at a markup accordingly. So not a lot left on the bones at this store. We didn't find anything, but that's alright. We thought we'd take a chance. And then we turned around and headed back to Charlotte and went to the store we normally go to. Picked up a few great things. All in all, a really super exciting bin hunting day for sure. So let's show you a couple things we picked up yesterday that we think could do well for us. The first thing I'll show you actually is something we're going to keep for personal use, but if I decided to sell this thing, it would turn for about $100. So $5 day at the bin store, so everything at the store was $5. This thing would easily turn for $100. We are in the market to buy a travel trailer or a camper here soon, and this is actually an item that is on our need list, so kind of exciting. It is a surge protector, 30 amp surge protector that plugs into the power at the campground and then into your camper, so that you can watch the power supply. These campgrounds don't always have the greatest, cleanest power, so this will help you with that, to not fry anything within the camper. So again, these things sell for about $100. Picked it up for $5, and we're going to throw it in our own as a personal purchase towards when we buy our travel trailer or camper. It's kind of exciting usually. Also, when you find stuff that is good for personal use, things like that. Next thing we located was kind of cool. Just sitting there in a bin, I saw this thing right here. It's a derailleur, a rear derailleur, 9-speed rear derailleur for a bicycle. Looked at some of the sales comparables on eBay. This thing is selling daily for 40 to 50 bucks. Again, picked it up for $4, I think, because we got this one maybe in Shelby. I don't remember exactly, but so this thing will sell for 40 to 50 bucks every day, all day. So that's not a bad turn at all. You know, definitely looking for those easy to ship, high profit items. This was just kind of a fun pickup, not a huge money turn, but it is something that I think will sell once paintball or airsoft season hits again. So just kind of a fun little Captain America style airsoft or paintball mask. Kind of cool little mask. So we'll get that listed. I don't expect that to sell anytime soon, but you never know. It could happen. Found these in a box. Actually, Emily found these, but these are kind of cool. These are a carbon fiber panel or inset for a 2015 or newer Dodge Charger fog lights. I'm always drawn to car parts, I guess because I've done that in my professional life for 30 years. So that should be a fun find and an easy flip. I think probably somewhere around 30 bucks or so, and picked them up for $4. So again, easy flip, light, super easy to ship, and kind of a fun little part. So let's see, and really I'm kind of showing you some of the diversity of things that we can find, because here we've got a laptop battery. This is not an original equipment, Dell or whatever, but it is an aftermarket laptop battery. It is still sealed in the anti-static bag. The seal has never been broken. You might be able to see that little yellow sticker on the back. Looks like the seal has never been broken. It is brand new. It does fit a Dell Latitude laptop, and I think it'll sell for about $40 or so. And again, super light, super easy to ship. It will go, it may even be able to go medium mail, and if not, it will definitely just go USPS first class, because it's under a pound. And we're going to talk about some of that a little bit later in the video. Let's see, what else do we have? So this was kind of fun. A lot of times when you go to these stores, the boxes are not labeled, or if they are labeled, they're labeled with a super itty bitty tiny label with lettering about yay big. And if you're one of those folks that can read the tip of a pen, then good for you. I can't. So, but this one was totally nondescript. It was in just a plain Jane Amazon box, no label, no nothing. Made a little bit of a rattle sound when I shook it, like on Christmas morning. So I thought, well, it might be interesting to have them open it up. One of the things the bin stores don't let you do is they don't let you open it up while you're at the bin. You have to open the box, or have to have them open the box at an opening station. So I took it to the opening station and had them open it up, and surprised to see a bicycle seat. Now, apparently from my research, this is not just any bicycle seat. It is apparently a very sought-after, rather expensive seat. It's a Whitcop Medicus Air. You bikers may know what I'm talking about. Apparently it's got some extra cooling airflow down where you want it to be cool. So, but it, yeah, it was just laying there in the box, still in its own box. Did some research on it before I decided to pick it up, and it'll sell for $45 or $50, I believe. Hopefully sooner than later, but with it not really being bike season, you never know. It might take a little while to sell, but that's okay. Now, for the two big hitters of yesterday, and this was kind of exciting. Found this at the $5, at the bin 5 actually, in Cherville. It is a Flame Boss FB400 grill Wi-Fi temperature controller of some kind. It looks like it comes with some sort of a inserting type controller with Wi-Fi connection, and then some temperature probes and things like that. Looks like it can be app controlled via a Weber app of some kind. It looks like it fits several different types of smokers: Weber, Charbroil, that sort of thing. This is brand new in the box. It is still sealed on the bottom with that little round piece of plastic tape that you always see. The top is not sealed, but it doesn't look like it ever was. The box is perfect condition. This literally could be hanging in your local Bass Pro shop or something like that. It appears that everything's in the box. Again, I bought it for $5. Looked it up online and looked at comparables to make sure it was something that was worth at least our time in posting and selling for a little bit of profit. And man, was I surprised. Sales comparables, recent sales comparables on this is over $200. I've seen it as much as $219.99. So huge flip when it sells. Super excited. We're gonna do some more research on what's in the box. Make sure it's all in there. Confirm it's all in the box. We are good to go to get it posted and hopefully turn that thing pretty quickly for a major profit. These are the exciting finds, guys. These are not your normal stuff you see in the bins. These are one-off type returns and things like that that wind up somehow at bin stores. So again, really, really, really exciting. This last one, we got a bunch of stuff, guys. We got 30 or 40 items. I'm only highlighting the stuff that we're excited about and could turn some quick money on. But this one was interesting, man. This one we dug deep in. Well, actually, I didn't even dig deep in a bin. I walked up to a bin and I saw this black thing sitting there, and it had, I don't know if you can see that, but it had the Mercedes logo on it, and it looked like the size of a key fob. So I picked it up. I decided to take a look at it. Well, here's what it is. It's in a plastic bag, and actually I can take it out. It's in a plastic bag. It's a Mercedes. It looks like a Mercedes key fob, and it's got the Mercedes part number on the back. So I grabbed my phone and did a little Google searching, and come to find out that this is a Bluetooth adapter for 2000-ish model Mercedes-Benz vehicles that don't have Bluetooth. But apparently there's some sort of a docking port in the console of the Mercedes that this plugs into and gives you Bluetooth. The unbelievable part about this is it sells for almost $300. Yeah. This is the kind of stuff, guys, you see, you don't know what it is, you pick it up, you do a little research. This thing should sell for about $275, I think. Apparently it retails new at Mercedes for over $500. This little bitty palm size, man, I got small hands, so palm size thing should net us about $300, $275 or so. That's a super exciting find. These are the things you spend $4 on, or $5 on, and you turn it quick. So I'm gonna reach out to a friend of mine that works at Mercedes, or has worked at Mercedes in the parts department, see if he can give me any more information on it, and get that thing posted. And based on what I'm seeing, it should sell pretty quick. There's sales as recent as Friday on these things for the OEM style Mercedes Bluetooth adapter. Very, very cool find. So let's talk about sales, weekend sales. Some of the sales we've had this weekend. I'm really only going to touch on 2 items. We've sold, I think I've got 7 or 8 items ready to go to the post office, but I really want to touch on 2 items. And these are 2 items that sold within a day and sold for big money. So we'll start out with this one here. Friday, Jacob went to the store Friday morning. It was a $6 day. It was a restock day. And it's the days that you expect to find decent electronics and things like that. So because I work a full-time job, it's virtually impossible for me unless I take a day off. And I don't know that my boss would like me taking a day off for my bin hunting passion. But unless I just can't make it on that day. So Jacob decided he'd run up there and take a look and see what he could find. And he did come across this right here. This item is a factory DJI battery. It's an OEM DJI, so not aftermarket. It's OEM. Factory battery for the Phantom 4, Phantom 4 Plus, and Phantom Pro drones. You'll see it right there. Okay, $6 for this thing. You'll see it light up, so we know it's good. It just probably needs a charge. Unfortunately, I don't have a charger for these because I don't have a $1,000 drone. But did some research on it and found out that this thing should sell for over $100. Well, sure enough, within 3 or 4 hours of having it posted on eBay, I put it up for $120. No, I'm sorry, I put it up for $125, $125.99, I think. I had an offer within 4 hours of $115. I countered at $120. They countered back at $118. Sold. $6 investment, $118. Sold, ready to ship to a happy customer out west somewhere. Really exciting find, really exciting flip. Now, as I said, I can't make it out there for opening, unfortunately, but when I got out of work at 5, met Emily up there, and we, at 5:15, we decided to dig the bins a little bit and see if we could find anything on Friday. Didn't find much, unfortunately, as far as high value, but sitting right on top of the bins, I look over and I see this item right here. Hopefully that's focusing. I see this item right here. It is a Curt electric brake controller for when you're pulling a trailer. Now, this would have been another one that would have been good for me to keep since my truck doesn't have it, and we are looking for to buy a travel trailer. But the resale value on it was so great that I just couldn't pass up trying to sell it. And sure enough, in less than 10 hours, it sold. Again, I paid $6 for this. It sold for $139.95. Plus the customer, I think, paid $10 to ship it. So $139.95 plus $8 or $10 shipping. That covers all of the fees. This will ship for probably $8 or so. It's fairly light and small. So we will probably go FedEx on it though, for better insurance, but we'll see. And it's ready to go, ready to ship, brand new in the box. It was not sealed per se, did not have the plastic stickers on it, or plastic tape on it, but everything is in there. I have verified everything is brand new. Nothing has been plugged in, nothing has been used, and it is good to go. So $139.95 from $6. You do the math. There's some fees involved in that. I'll pay $14 or so to eBay. Probably paid about $3 or so to PayPal. So that's $16, and if I have to cover any of the shipping, so let's say we're at $20, so $26. Take that off of $139.95. We're at what, $110, $115? I don't know. You do the math of gross or net profit. So not a bad flip at all, not a bad find at all. Don't know how this got passed up. It was sitting right on top, man. So apparently there weren't resellers there in the afternoon, and nobody had a need for it or knew what it was. So that kind of takes me to the lesson portion of of the video, and what we've learned in the last 4 weeks, and things that we've fumbled on, and things that we've done well. So you've got to be open-minded. Okay, if you're going to go bin hunting, you've got to be open-minded. You can't just go for this big $100 flip. Yes, it's great, and you will get some eventually, but you're going to start out small flips, $10 profit, $15 profit. You might land on something exciting that gets you $20 or $30 gross net profit, but it's not going to happen very often, unless you can go on the days that you stand a better chance of finding a phone or a drone battery or something like that. But I think those are really, really, really rare. You know, we find when we go to these bin stores, we see tons of water filters, which sell really fast. Not for a lot of money, but they sell super fast, so it's a really quick flip. But we've tons of water filters and tons of toner cartridges, and which I've also done well with. But you find tons of that stuff. But you don't. These what I'm showing you today are one-offs, man. These are rare returns that I'm not sure how they even get from Amazon or wherever it might be. It might not always be Amazon. In this case, they all are Amazon. But from Amazon to a box of returns to a store non-Amazon affiliated. I don't understand it. But it happens. Actually, was kind of told some inside scoop, I guess, about a lot of these items when they get returned, they're not returned properly. So they can't track the item back to the customer. So they just throw it in the box and it winds up being sold at auction or what have you. So that's what I was told. I don't know. Was told at one of the stores the best thing he had found so far was a Microsoft Surface Pro in perfect condition. So you never know what you're going to find, but you can't get stuck on finding those $100 flips, or else you're going to miss the $20 flips. And the $20 flips, when you times that, you know, multiply that by however many items you want to sell, it's going to add up for you, and it's going to make you decent money. And then you throw in these $100 ones here and there, and add to the excitement and add to the wallet. But don't expect that to happen the first time you head out to a bin store, and don't expect that to happen every time you head out to a bin store. So that's the first thing we learned. Second thing we learned is have your supplies. Make sure you've got all the supplies you need: boxes, envelopes, tape, things like that. Label paper, if you prefer to print out your shipping labels on label paper, which is much easier, guys. Have that stuff here and ready. There's nothing worse than finishing up dinner. You've got to package 5 things, and you look and you're out of packaging tape. Be prepared. Ask me how I know that. Yes, after dinner I've had to run up to the Dollar General and get a roll of tape because we didn't have any. You know, and then you wind up spending way too much on your tape. You wind up spending $3-4 on a roll of tape when you probably could have gone on Amazon or something like that and bought a package of 6 or 8 rolls for $8, right? So make sure you got tape on hand. Make sure you've got boxes. There's a lot of things you can do for boxes. You can reuse your own boxes, which we do. A lot of these items come in boxes when you buy them at the bin store, so you may not need boxes for those. But if you need boxes, USPS gives them to you for free. You can actually go on USPS.com. You can select some things that are free and actually ship free. So you can go on and buy flat rate boxes. You can go on and buy priority boxes. You can go on and buy priority envelopes. You can do all kinds of stuff, right? So make sure you're prepared and you've got all those things laid out, and you've got an idea of what you're shipping. You'll learn very, very quickly. If it's over 1 pound, it cannot go first class. First class is your least expensive way of shipping something with the USPS. If it's over 1 pound, it cannot, or 15 ounces actually. I think once you flip over to 16 ounces and 1 pound, it goes priority. But so it doesn't matter how big or small necessarily. If it's 1 pound, it can go first class. So there are some limits to the size of packaging, but you can save some money by shipping first class. So when you're shopping for these things, when you're looking at things, keep that in mind too. Okay, this thing weighs 5 pounds or whatever. How much is that going to cost me? Do I want to do free ship to entice the buyer? Do I want to charge a little bit less for the item but add shipping to it? Do I want to add a flat rate? Do I just want to charge them $5? I'll cover $5. Whatever it might be, those are all decisions you have to make as you're making your purchases and getting ready to list them on eBay. So that was lesson number 2. Just make sure you're prepared. You always have to have your boxes and everything so you can get it packaged and ready to go right away. Lesson number 3. This item right here. This is a number 7 Lift and Illuminate, some sort of a skin serum. I have no idea. I'm lifted and illuminated already, so I don't need this stuff. Not really. Anyhow, bought 3 of these at the bins a while ago. Had a buyer on the West Coast want to buy all three, offered me $14.50 a piece. I think we got these on a $2 a day. So it was a pretty good flip. $42 for all three, shipped to the West Coast. When it got there, he disputed the purchase with eBay and said that they were counterfeit and wanted a refund and to send them back. So eBay rules say, even if you say no returns, if somebody claims that the item's defective, counterfeit, not described properly, whatever, you are still pretty much required to return the product and refund it. So we had to refund the $42. I had to pay to have it shipped back to Charlotte from San Luis Obispo or something like that, California, and lost our butts on it. So, is it counterfeit? I have no idea. I mean, you know, he told me I can go to Sephora or Ulta or any of those and look at the packaging and see that it's a different shade of bluish purple, and I can smell the product and you can smell the difference between this one and the real thing. He said there's a marking on the box of some sort that shouldn't be there. I don't know. It was an Amazon return. Does Amazon sell counterfeit products? Absolutely. You can look it up on Google all day long and you can see stuff where they get counterfeit products on their site. So is it possible? 100%. But we did lose our butts on this one. You know, not huge money, but it was a lesson learned. So this is something we probably won't tackle again, is kind of the makeup industry. I guess you just don't know. So we're going to stay away from that. I don't think I'll relist these. I think I'll toss these, but especially if I can't confirm whether they're counterfeit or not. So, but that was a big lesson learned. You know, and expiration dates on certain things. We buy some protein powders and some vitamins here and there, and you know, we make a great margin on them, but you got to make sure they're not expired. Coffee, we've sold some coffee. You just check your expiration dates. Don't get all excited when you find a bottle of vitamins for $50 that'll resell for $50. Get it back to your home or wherever and start looking at it and find out that it expired in 2019, right? Because you really don't want to sell that. And if you do, make sure you call it out in the description that it's expired or the best by date has passed. So those are some big lessons we've learned already in the 4 weeks. I'm sure we're going to have more. But, you know, now is the decision time, right? We're doing really, really good. I've got 50 plus items on eBay now. We've got another 20 or so to list, which will be today's project after I head out and meet some friends. But another 20 or so items to list. Now is where we start asking ourselves, do we want to spend the money to have an eBay store? And so doing some research, I think we do. There's different levels of eBay stores, and I don't think we'll ever get to that level of needing the $70 version a month. But there's a $4.99 a month version that gives you a couple of discounts here and there, makes it a little cheaper to list, a little cheaper to sell, gives you a little more visibility on the site. So you know, we may start out, I may make a decision, Emily and I may talk about it and make a decision to spend the $50, because or whatever it is, it's $4.99 a month when paid annually, so $60 or whatever, to open an actual storefront rather than just a personal eBay page. I do like the visibility aspect of it, so it does change the algorithm a little bit when something is searched for, and you do wind up a little higher in the search rankings. So that's something we'll make a decision on, but I do think that's probably coming. We'll have some more videos coming. I've got a lot of stuff that's been sold. We've sold over 60 items so far. So definitely some fun stuff to talk about. We'll do another video maybe. We'll pick some of the items that have sold and talk about profit and things like that and how it's working out for us. But that's all I got for you guys. I just wanted to put a real quick video together and let you guys see what we've been up to lately. and the fun that we're having, man, this thing is a blast, but it's exhausting, you guys. It is constant work. It is almost a full-time job. So do not think that this is just go buy something, sell it, and you made money. Because that's not how it works at all. And I think maybe I thought that when I first started. So, but other than that, that's all I got for you. I hope you guys are having a great weekend, and we will see you on the next video. Happy hunting.